The following clips are seriously how y'all are acting about chaperone right now.
In ancient times, humans would commonly pick one lovely girl, adorn her with jewels, treat her like a goddess, and then watch her die. We Americans like to think we're more civilized now, but the truth is our lust for torture and death is no different than it was in gladiator times.
Only difference is that now Americans like to watch people put to death through magazines and photographs.
It's a damn shame, too. Old ways were better. Used to be we just picked someone by lottery and then stoned them to death.
No, the American people don't want to stone people to death anymore. Best to have the sacrifice kill itself.
You mean everyone in the country wants Britney Spears to kill herself?
Brittany was chosen a long time ago to be built up and adored and then sacrificed for harvest.
A lot of y'all are really showing yourselves to be real creeps when it comes to celebrities, and I'm getting very scared. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about celebrity culture, consent, and boundaries, and how a lot of y'all don't know what no means. So if you're interested in a video talking about those topics, keep on watching. Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to Ella Pastoral. If this is your first time ever coming upon this channel, welcome. Hi. On this channel, I typically talk about all of my favorite pieces of fandom culture, as well as talking about social issues. But in today's video, we are going to be talking about celebrity culture's boundaries and consent, and how a lot of y'all don't know how to be normal. This video was able to be made thanks to all of my lovely Patreons. If you want to be like these lovely people and get access to exclusive chats with me as well as videos, make sure you join my Patreon. Now let's get back to our regularly scheduled content. So this whole video practically was inspired by the whole chaperone situation that happened. Who knows when you guys are going to see this video, but happened practically a couple months ago or a couple weeks ago, depending on when I posted this. But the way you guys are treating chaperone just for setting her boundaries is beyond weird. And y'all are literally befriending her friends so you can get closer to her, and how that makes her uncomfortable lets me know that you guys don't know what boundaries are, and you guys probably don't know what no means no is. And that is absolutely terrifying for me. The way that you guys react when celebrities are like, hey, you guys need to give me a little space, y'all are making me feel afraid or scared, is borderline triggering. It really reminds me of the frat bros who be like, oh, I bought you a drink, you can't just say hi, you can't just say hi. That is the way you guys are treating celebrities, and it's terrifying. The parasocial relationships that you guys have with some of these celebrities is very concerning, because y'all really think that these people are Sims and that you guys are Simmers, when these people are people and you guys don't know them. The way that you open up the Sims game and you decorate these Sims and you tell them what to do, how to act, and how to interact with other people is the way y'all treat these celebrities, and it's concerning because you are not their God. You are not their creator. These people are people, and they will do stuff that will upset them, and you have to be okay with it. The way you guys are reacting to chaperone practically saying like, I need y'all to relax, is so strange and so bizarre. And it isn't just chaperone that is a victim of having a out-of-pocket fan base. We also see this with influencers and practically anybody that has some type of social platform.
I don't want whatever the fuck you think you're supposed to be entitled to whenever you see a celebrity.
15 years ago, I was in a series of commercials for Verizon Fios where I was the cable guy. And they played it in certain markets so often that it was awkward leaving the house sometimes. Like, people would see me and be like, oh, you're really funny, or oh, you're the guy from The Thing. I remember one time I was waiting for the subway in New York, and this guy just standing next to me on the platform. He looks over at me, he goes, oh. And I turn, I'm like waiting for him to say hello or something, or I don't know what I was expecting, just an interaction. He just takes out his phone and just says nothing, takes a picture of me, and then just like walks down the platform. I was like, oh, this is getting weird. I was at a friend's wedding, and like strangers were like taking pictures of me. It was so weird. At one point, we're sitting at the table. This woman comes up to the table. She goes, like a drunk woman is just like talking to me about how funny the commercial is and stuff. And we're just like, oh, thank you. And then this other woman comes up and she pulls this woman away. She goes, I'm saving you. You know who you should talk to? Now she's just in my face. She goes, you know who you should talk to is my daughter. She's 25 and she's single. I turn to my wife, who's sitting next to me. I go, oh, did you hear that, honey? Her daughter's 25 and single. Because I was in a commercial. These people didn't even know what my name was. One time at a diner, I'm eating with my wife, and this old woman comes up and goes, I'm going to tell everybody that I had lunch with the Fios guy. And then she gestures to my wife. She goes, I know that you've got whatever. But I'm going to tell, and we're just like, what? What? I was at an outdoor music festival, and this couple came up to me. Actually, no, I was just standing there, and they like turned and saw me with my buddies. And the woman goes, I don't want to bother you. And jokingly, I go, but I'm going to anyway. Like, much less sarcastic than that. And she goes, oh, don't you be... And she goes to, like, slap me in the face. I can't even imagine what Chappell Roan is going through. I can't even imagine that level of fame, you know? People are weird. People are weird. They think because they've seen you on TV or on their phones that you're somehow not a real person anymore.
For some reason, y'all think that just because somebody has a large platform or has any type of influence, that they are a servant to you, and it's absolutely weird. For example, another situation that happened around this whole time with Chappell Roan is the whole Jackie Aina situation. Jackie Aina, I think, maybe, I don't care, got married, so she changed her name from Jackie Aina to Jackie. She got some type of Ghanaian last name, who knows? But y'all decided to practically bully this girl because she got married. Jackie is an influencer, and she has been on YouTube for a long time. And a lot of people don't like Jackie because they feel like she's fake bougie, this, that, and the fourth. But if you guys do not like Jackie, then you guys should have her blocked. Like, I was talking to my friend Raina about this, and she was like, yeah, Jackie has a nasty attitude. And I was like, yo, the way y'all treat Jackie, I would have a nasty attitude too. Like, I believe in the almighty block button. I be blocking people just because I don't like the color they wearing, because I'm gonna choose peace over anything. But instead of blocking these people and practically pretending that these people don't exist, y'all will be obsessed with them. Like, hate really is the other side of love, because there's no way I could be this hard pressed about someone when I can easily block them. Yo, Jackie changed her last name, obviously sparking people to ask, oh, congratulations, you finally got married, da 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 da. But people were being nasty nice in her comments, like, oh, you finally got married, congrats on finally getting married. And so Jackie clocked their tea and blocked them, right? And instead of moving on with their lives and finding someone else to entertain them, they decided to make video after video about how Jackie blocked them. A lot of people do this, specifically on TikTok. Like, they will literally go into a creator's comment section, harass them, or just say some weird ish, and the creator's like, yo, someone will make a burner to still engage with the creator, and I'm just begging y'all to find a hobby that isn't this, because I really feel like this whole trolling / obsession with celebrities / influencers is a lot of y'all's hobbies. But no, you need to find another hobby ASAP. It's getting weird, it's getting bizarre, because for example, right, you can really like a celebrity, right? But like I said in my Nicki Minaj video that I did a while ago, when you go from being a fan and turning into a stan, that's when you have to clock out of the internet and do something else. Go on a jog, touch some grass. That's something that they love to say, right? Because the way you guys are obsessed with celebrities is beyond weird. For example, I used to really like Doja Cat. I was really into her older music, and when she started blowing up after the Moose song, I was like, yo, this is my girl for real. But Doja Cat got exposed for being weird, like doing all that weird stuff in the chat rooms, so I decided to take my support back. But you know, a couple of her songs would play on the radio, I'd listen. But after Doja Cat was like going off and saying, I don't want y'all to be my fans, and she was even going off on the nice people, like, I think somebody was like, hey Doja, do you think our fan name or your fandom name should be Cats? And she was like, F you. That was when y'all should have just drew back your support, because what do I look like giving my support to someone who doesn't want my support? But because of the way you guys are so obsessed with these celebrities, like you own them, like they are your phone or they are your bedroom sheets, you guys are putting too much energy into these people. Take back your support, block them, don't talk about them, let them go into obscurity. But you guys are like, no, I have to bully them into letting me have contact. It's kind of a very sick mentality. I really think it's a lot of sunk cost fallacy going on, where you guys are like, I built built this celebrity up from scratch. I did streaming parties, I bought tickets, I bought albums, so now this person owes me something. And I just really feel like it would be more productive if you guys would just block these people, withdraw your support completely, and just move on. That would do so much more for your mental health and overall the mental health of these celebrities. But because of the fact that you guys want to be in control of these people and how they react and how they live their lives, you guys just can't let it go because you feel like you built them from scratch. And that's such a toxic mindset. I know we're definitely talking about how toxic you guys are as fans to American celebrities, but the people who I feel like have it the worst most definitely has to be K-pop idols. As you guys can see, by the time I uploaded this video, it's September, which means YouTube finally took away my channel strike. So now I can finally go back to hitting on K-pop stans. But the way K-pop stans treat the idols is actually absolutely ridiculous. Like, that's why I had to stop being a K-pop stan so many years ago, because the way y'all treat these idols and the way that the K-pop companies allowed their idols to be treated is disgusting, and I don't think I can involve myself with it at all. One of my friends used to be a huge GOT7 fan, and I was never really into GOT7. I was more of an EXO girl, a BTS girl, right? And so she would always tell me the mess that would happen with these K-pop idols, specifically GOT7. GOT7 was kind of the forgotten K-pop boy group of JYP, I believe. JYP put more money and effort into their girl group twice because they made them more money. But because of the fact that GOT7 was kind of like the forgotten K-pop group, they would be neglected real bad by the company. And this was bad because, you know, you want your company to give you support, money, but what was really bad is that the company wouldn't give them safety. My friend will always tell me about how there was so many disgusting things that would happen to these boys because the company would not give them enough security. And even though they were technically the forgotten group of, they were no forgotten group, they were like the neglected group because we knew who GOT7 was, right? So we would get wild K-pop stans, also known as sasaengs, who would like sneak into their hotels, who would follow them to the airplane. It was weird. It was weird and it was unsafe. But God forbid the K-pop idol themselves would be like, I'm scared for my life. Can y'all stop that? They would be shamed. There are just so many cases of stuff like that happening in the K-pop industry, and it's just so dangerous. And no one cares because it's a part of the culture. Like, obviously we're going to be mad at you because you have a girlfriend. We own you. And that's wild. And it would just be so scary to see, because when I used to be a hardcore K-pop stan, I would literally see people crying because they thought Namjoon had a secret girlfriend, or even worse, a secret family on the side. And that's why a lot of these K-pop idols, they would literally wait until they're married with a kid to then pop out and be like, hey, I was actually married for 2 years. Because the way y'all act and the way y'all are entitled to these celebrities, they're afraid. And I'm afraid for them because you guys are strange. Like, I get liking a celebrity, but you guys have to realize that you don't know these people and you are not entitled to their time. Like, for example, my friend went to Florida recently and she saw the Try Guys. They were playing tennis or whatever, and she went up to them, and luckily for her, they said, yeah, you can come and take a photo with us. But if they were like, yo, no, my friend's sister would have to relax. Like, she would have to be like, okay. And what always gets me is that people would do so much mental gymnastics in order to justify violating the boundaries and basic human rights of celebrities just because they know them. And the thing is, they don't know them. You know the persona that this person is giving. Me, this is me on a good day. If you were to see me on the random street and you came up to me and I don't know you and you're like, oh, Ella, I know you from YouTube, I'm gonna be like, who are you? You're scaring me. And this is me with my small YouTube channel, let alone a big creator who's consistently getting bombarded. Like, I really feel like a lot of y'all weren't raised with the whole do unto others what you want them to do to you type beat, because there's no way that someone is telling you, y'all need to relax, you're scaring me, and they're like, you gotta do what I want. It's scary. It's scary. It's a sense of entitlement that runs through our entire culture. And people are like, well, you're a celebrity. That's a part of the like requirements or whatever. And the thing is that it really shouldn't be. Like, guys, If you Google and research what they did to Marilyn Monroe, especially when she died, you'll know that it gets to a point where it's like, y'all gotta relax. I really feel like if more people felt more fulfilled in their own personal lives, they wouldn't have to have these parasocial relationships with these celebrities to the point where they're stalking them, they're befriending their friends to get into their inner circles, they're following them, they're stalking them, they think that they're their girlfriend, they're actually delusional, they're actually threatening the lives of these celebrities. And I feel like if we as a culture would shame people for thinking it's okay to violate others' boundaries, we would be at a better space. But we're not. And I know it isn't just celebrities that are also victims of people not knowing what no means no is and disrespecting their boundaries, because you do this to everyday average people as well. And I want to talk about Shawty from Home Depot. I keep telling y'all, Twitter is the place where Satan loves to reside on the weekends. But every time I go on Twitter, I be like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Y'all are sick. So the story with the Home Depot girl is that she just posted a cute outfit of the day thing wearing her Home Depot uniform. And per usual, the incels and the creeps on Twitter took her picture and made her a think piece. She physically could not escape the amount of harassment that she got because people found her to be so pretty, so gorgeous that they decided to sexualize her. It got to a point where they would post her and like a OnlyFans model, and they were like, guys, which one would you choose? Like, imagine you just post a cute selfie and now dudes are talking about how they want to violate you. Sick individuals. And the reason why I included her is that a couple days ago, she just posted a TikTok talking about you thought life was ruined when they made you a think piece on Twitter. And I was like, girl, who are you? But then I swiped and she was the Home Depot girl. Like, the amount of sickness and obsession that y'all can have for strangers makes me feel so scared, because it's not even like an empathy thing, because sometimes there are strangers on the internet who I've never met in my life that I feel bad for, but then at the end of the day, these are not people that I know. So if they do something, I can't tell them, hey, don't do that, because I'm not in their inner circle and I don't have that influence. But y'all think y'all do. Y'all really think y'all do, and it's scary. Like, I just don't know how y'all can live your lives like this. It's scary. I'm scared. And it isn't just people who post on social media, because I can already see the comments. Well, if these people didn't want to be harassed, they wouldn't be on the internet. Weirdo. I caught a weirdo right there in itself, right? But there are people who just live their lives and they become victims. You know how many people be recorded without their consent? So many people. We live in like we live in a police state first, right? So we already have like the cameras and the AI detecting us, right? But then we also help by pulling out our phones and recording strangers. We don't be recording suspicious people. We don't be recording people doing crimes. We just record people like we are at the zoo and we're watching these people like they're zoo animals. It's so scary. Like, there is a recent trend of these girls going to like the airport and they're like, hey, if you have a boyfriend that looks like this and he's going to the Lakers soccer game to do backflips, he's cheating on you. And I'm just like, yo, imagine you go on TikTok and that's your dad. Like, we are just casually like ruining people's lives just for the vibes of it, and it's scary. Like, full on posting these people, and it's scary. And it isn't just people who even end up on social media. It just be your regular day people too. Like I said, there are people who have touched my hair without my consent, and that's weird. That's weird. You can't just go up to people who you don't know and who you are not close to. And even if they're close to you, you still gotta ask and touch on them. Like, Crutches on Spice just made a video about how people, for her entirety of being alive on this planet, have straight up just gone up and touched on her just because she's disabled. That's weird.
Chappell Roan getting on the internet and saying that she wants to set boundaries, and the response from people being, oh my god, you kind of like wanted this life. You wanted this for yourself. You don't actually deserve celebrity if, you know, we can't touch you or hug you or feel entitled to your time, resources, familiarity. This is just the nature of celebrity. You signed up for this. This makes the most sense to us. People who make that argument are undermined by one group of people, and everybody who follows me knows exactly who that is. And that's disabled people. Right? Because you all do the exact same things to us, and none of us sign up for it. This is not celebrity to us. Like, we're just disabled. And before you say like, oh, you have a big platform, people recognize you, people want to feel entitled to your time, that's not what I'm talking about. I have no problem with people who want to come up to me and say hi and talk to me. I have no problem with that. That's my personal thing. But since the time I was born, literally born, people have felt entitled to my body. And if you're looking for some sort of demographic breakdown of who that is, you're not going to find one. It's literally everybody. I would go into stores with my parents, and my dad would sometimes almost get into physical altercations trying to block a random stranger from trying to touch me and pick me up. People to this day grab onto my crutches, the things holding me up, to get my attention. And there was just a video that went viral on this app of a disabled man saying he doesn't want to be prayed over and to leave him alone. And the underlying thing is not necessarily celebrity. It's the entitlement of being entitled to somebody else and using them as a plot device in your story. Because you want to know what a majority of the people who would do that to me would fail to ask? My name.
And I just feel like all of this stuff is deeply interconnected because y'all believe that y'all are entitled to people, period. Let it be strangers, let it be celebrities. You think that you are the main character of your story. And so due to this fact, you are entitled to everyone's bodies, everybody's thoughts, everybody's everything. And that is strange. That is weird. And I just really wish that a lot of people, instead of acting and instead of speaking, they would take the time to be like, yo, how would I feel like if someone did this to me? And the thing is, in a lot of these cases, it could never be them. They will never be the multi-million superstar. They will never be the one who's getting married and has a husband that she doesn't want to be harassed by the internet. They will never be the disabled person in their wheelchair who just wants to be left alone and eat their ice cream in peace. And so they can't extend the empathy, or is it sympathy? They can't extend the compassion towards others because they can't see them as people. And yeah, I've been very scared these last couple of days because I do want to obviously like eventually grow my channel, have like a good fan base. But guys, if I say no, it means no, and you guys have to accept that as facts. Yeah, I really hope that chappell roan is able to hard reset her fan base and that she can find some people who know how to be chill. But child, the way they treating her on Twitter as of me filming this video, I am scared. I am scared for that poor girl. That's all I have to say about consent, boundaries, and celebrity culture. I just wanted to do like a quick ramble session because y'all was terrifying me with what's going on recently. If you guys want to support me, you can hit the thumbs up button. You can also hit the subscribe button and the bell notification button. I will be talking to you guys in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!